Hi everyone, it's Whitney. Welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to kit up my Breastfeeding Baby diamond painting. And I purchased this one from cesdeals.com. And there are 18 colors. And this is just how I kit up my diamond painting kits. This is just my method. Everybody else has their own method, but I'm just going to show mine. And these are the kits that I use. And I will put a link for these if anyone wants to get these too. I'm probably going to need one, but I brought another one just in case. And I picked this particular painting because I breastfed my son for 2.5 months when he was born. And yeah, that's why I got it. But breastfeeding is difficult to do, let me tell you that. But I have my kits, or my boxes. I have a pair of scissors. These are fabric scissors to be exact. I'm too lazy to go get the other ones, so I'm just going to use these. I have a trash can on the floor to put the bags in. I also have my Sharpie marker, and I have the bags, and I have my labels, and this is the Up and Up brand. I got these from Target. So I'm just going to go ahead and get going. That way I can get this done so I don't have to make this a long video. For little kits like this though, I usually just take the amount of stickers that there are diamond colors and put them on here. And then I work from there. Because I don't like to have extra stickers on a little box if I don't need it. Now I have seen some boxes that are easier, because I've seen someone drop this and actually the diamonds went everywhere. But for right now, this is what I do and this is what I use. So until I can get something better, you know, this is just what I'm going to use today. Now I want to have a topic, and I want anybody in the comment section to go down there and let me know if you have watched this documentary or if you plan on watching this documentary. So I went on Netflix like maybe 2 weekends ago, and I was bored out of my mind because I watch a lot of reality TV, and sometimes I need a break from that because it's just, it can give me an overload of too much reality, I guess. So I went on Netflix and I'm like, let me go ahead and find something to watch. And there was a documentary, and I kind of really do like the documentaries better than the shows and stuff, because those shows can get you addicted. Like I was addicted to Gotham for the longest, and that's 5 seasons, and I only can watch 4 seasons. I can't even get the other season on Hulu, so that was super disappointing. But anyways, and I also seen Bates Motel on Netflix, and that's a really good show. It's just, it sucked the life out of me, meaning like I was not sleeping because I was so busy watching that show. So yeah, that is what I was doing. But I came upon a documentary, and it is called Alien Autopsy, Fact or Fiction. And when I saw this documentary, I was shocked, because it looked so real. Like, I personally believe in aliens and mermaids and all that weird stuff like that. So I was shocked when I saw this documentary. And like, what sold me on it being real was that it was from the 40s. So you can tell in the documentary that everything is old-fashioned. Everything that you look at in the documentary is old. But what sold me on it was that the special effects guy who does that for a living for movies and stuff like that, he said that in the 40s, in I believe 1947, and I think the alien that was in that video was from Roswell. And he said, the special effects guy said that in 1947, because I believe he said he's been doing this special effects stuff for years. So he said in 1947, they did not have the equipment to make up something like that. Like make up a fake alien or something like that. So I was like really shocked, like seeing that alien like that, and I was just surprised. And then there was a girl on the documentary who, her dad was a firefighter, and she said that he actually seen one of the aliens walking around the ship crying because some of them were already dead when he got over there. So yeah, it just was the weirdest like thing. And I really do believe in that stuff. Like, it was just the weirdest thing ever seeing that documentary, and how old the video is. Like, you can just tell by the video quality that it's old. Like, it's old as hell. It's not anything new or anything like that. So I was just surprised by it. I mean, I got so intrigued with this documentary. Like, it took my mind. And it's only a short documentary. It's about 45 minutes. So it's fairly short. It took my mind, you know, off that reality TV. It gave me something to think about. And I actually really enjoyed it. But now I want to know, is it real or is it fake? I think it's real. But yeah, I even had my dad like go watch it. That's how intrigued I was. And I'm like, Dad, go watch it. Tell me what you think about it. And he called me and he told me what he thought about it. And things like that. But I don't know. Like, an alien? Like, I just don't know. I really don't. And that girl, the one that said her dad in that documentary was the firefighter, she said that she actually, it might have been her or someone else on that documentary, but she said that she actually touched some of the materials that came off the spaceship. I believe it was somebody else, or was it, I don't know if it was her or someone else, but whoever said it said that they touched some stuff that came off that spaceship. And you know, it was like aluminum foil, and they could touch it, and then it would just like, you could crunch up the foil and then you'd open your hand and it opened back up. So I thought that was really neat. But I do know that the girl whose dad was the firefighter, she said that she was approached by the military, and I believe it was the Army, that she was approached by the military when she was a little girl, because she's older now. So I believe, yeah, I believe she was a little girl, and she might have been a teenager, but they approached her and told her, asked her, like, what did you see? And she said what she saw, and they were like, you didn't see that. It's not true. Don't, you know, believe what you seen. It wasn't what you saw, and you can't say anything about it. So that, like I said, that documentary kept me intrigued. If anyone wants to watch it, it's on Netflix. It's called Alien Autopsy, Fact or Fiction. And if you can, be careful, because, you know, it's got a lot of gory stuff in there. I personally can stomach that stuff, but not everyone can. So I'd say go for it and watch it if you're bored. You want to get your mind thinking. Oh, Jesus. You want to get your mind thinking about some stuff. You want to get it off reality TV, or you just want to get it off stuff in general. That it's good to go and watch that documentary. Another documentary that I watched, which I'm not really sure if this is a documentary per se, but it is called, it was on Netflix too, and I'm not sure if it's up there anymore, but I know that Alien Autopsy thing is up there. It's up there like right now. Like, when I post this video, go watch it, because by the time I post it, or if I post it a day or two from now, it might not be up there, so go watch it. But I will check before I post this video to make sure that alien thing is on there. Another documentary I watched, like I said, I don't know if this was a documentary or like a movie. It was called Blackfish, and it's about SeaWorld, the amusement, I guess you want to call it amusement park. And it's about, you know, how this killer whale Tilikum, how he killed several people and no one did anything about it until he actually really killed a trainer during a what do you call it? Not presentation, during a show. It's like an after dinner show. So it was a late show. Wasn't that many people there, but her name was Dawn Branchow. And it killed her, like the killer whale did. And I was just so surprised that these trainers have the audacity to get in the water with these animals. And let me go back a little bit. The whale Tilikum was, they actually took him out of the ocean when he was a smaller killer whale, which really made me mad in that documentary, because I'm like, that's why, I don't know if that's why he did what he did. I'm not inside of his mind, but I mean, you're sitting there making these whales do shows and making them do things, and they were in the wild, and he was in the wild, and they took him from the wild, and they should have left him there. And I didn't know this either, but killer whales, I've noticed this when I've been to SeaWorld. Like, I will never go to SeaWorld again. I do not support them, and I will not go. But anyone else is free to go if you want to go. That's your business. I just personally wouldn't go. But killer whales that I've seen at SeaWorld when I did go, they're, what is it called? Is it the fin? I don't think it's the fin. That little arch thing, or that little thing that sticks straight up on their back, I've noticed that every time I go to SeaWorld that their backs are like curled up. So I believe that's because they were depressed, being forced to work and do shows and stuff. So that's why I think like that. I think that way. And a lot of the people that work there at the SeaWorld no longer work there. So they were in that documentary, and they were speaking as well. And some of them knew Dawn, and they were saying how they knew her and things like that. And it was just a really sad, like, documentary. Like, I was so upset after I watched it. Like, I personally, like I said, I will never go to SeaWorld again. I actually want someone to go to SeaWorld and tell me while they're there, are those trainers in that water with those killer whales? Because at the end of the documentary, they said that now that they do the show still, they're no longer allowed in the water with the killer whales, but they still do the shows and they still do the training, which I think is just stupid. And they still, but I just want to know, are they still in the water? Because I know sometimes they say they're going to do something and they don't do it. So I just want to know, are they still in the water with those animals? And they also said too, oh yeah, and the whale, the Tilikum whale that killed Dawn, he is dead. They did not kill him. They just let him, I guess, go back in his pen area or whatever. But he is dead now. I believe he died from old age or something like that. And they also don't live long in, at SeaWorld or any amusement park for that matter. They live long when they're out in the wild, and I do believe that. Like when they're out in their natural environment. And they also said in the documentary too that they are no longer SeaWorld. I don't know about other places that have animals. I don't think aquariums and stuff have animals though. But they said at SeaWorld they are no longer breeding any more killer whales, which I'm excited about. So they're no longer breeding them. So once the ones that they have pass away, they're not going to have any more, like, breeding them or anything like that. So that's also a good thing. I still will not go to SeaWorld though. So if anyone goes, put in the comment section, let me know, are those trainers getting in that water with those whales? Because I really, 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 really want to know. I mean, just I just cannot imagine, like, what that lady Dawn went through and that whale was killing her. I mean, it was just awful. And the fact that you can't do anything to the whale because, it's in its water. It's in water. That's where it lives and that's where it thrives in. And the fact that these people could not save her, and, like, she drowned and she had so many injuries, and it, like, bit her arm off at the shoulder. So it was a lot. Like, that was a really good documentary. And I'm hoping that the people that were on the documentary, the trainers that don't work there anymore, I'm hoping that they still go out and they still educate people about, what SeaWorld is doing. Because even after Dawn's death, they kind of brushed it under the rug, and they still had those trainers in the water with those whales for a while after that. So, yeah, that was a really good documentary. And that's another documentary that's, that's a true story. Because it's actually, I don't know about the alien one, but that one is true. And it was really good, and I really enjoyed it. But yeah, I don't even know, like, if I want to even go to zoos anymore either. Because I don't like them. Whenever they're doing a show with an animal, I just don't like that. I don't like animals in cages. I mean, I don't want, like, a tiger in my backyard. But I just don't want animals, like that. But that was a good little talk. And that is how I do my kits. I just label them with the numbers and the letters, and then that's it. So I'm glad this fit in one too, because now that this fit in one, I can take this one and put another kit in here, because I have about 3 kits going right now. I have a lot of stuff going on. But that is all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye.